When initiating projects, one very important document is the project management business document. The project manager needs to ensure that the project management approach captures the intent of the business document. And there are two business documents. One is the business case, the other is the business management plan. We'll talk about the benefit management plan in another video. But for the business case is a documented economic visibility study used to establish the viability and the benefit of a selected project. It is what serves as the basis for authorization for further management directives. It is in this business case that you establish if the envisaged project is going to be profitable, it's not going to be profitable, it's going to be useful, it's not going to be useful, and based on that, you submit to management and a decision has to be taken. The business case is the project business document, and it is at this point that the management takes what we call a go or no go decision. That's when they decide, okay, we're going to proceed with this project based on the feasibility study in the business case, or we're not going to proceed as a result of the fact that we're not going to get any benefit from it. The process of defining the business case involves analyzing the situation and making recommendations. It involves defining and evaluating the criteria that is applicable concerning the organization's objective. A business case includes, but it's not limited to, documenting the following business needs. One, you need to determine what is prompting the need for action. Two, we need to look at the situational statement documenting the business problem. What is the problem that you are having in your business? How have you documented it? And what opportunity does it present you to address as far as your business is concerned? Tied to that, immediately you must identify every stakeholder that is going to be involved in the business project as you embark on it. Then you must also identify what we call the scope. What is the project going to cover? In another video, we're going to look at the requirement and scope. So you must, at this point, determine what is the scope. If a project, for example, you want to do, for example, the government wants to construct Kaduna-Abuja road, for example, it can be broken down into several components. You can say, okay, let's do the Abuja end first because there's more commercial activity there. That's what you call a business case. So we also need to look at what are the business needs and how do they align with the organization's strategic objectives. Then the other thing we need to look at, we need to carry out an analysis of the situation. We need to identify the organization's strategies, its goals, and its objectives. We need to do a gap analysis. What is the gap that is currently existing in the organization? And how is this project going to fill that gap that we have? We also, at this point, you must identify all the known risks. There are risks we call known risk. There are risks we call unknown risk. There's also what we call unknown. We'll look at that when we look at our risk management plan. We must also look at defining what are the critical success factors as far as this project is concerned. Then we must also identify what are the decision criteria for the various steps that should be taken. If we get to point A, what determines whether we're going to proceed or not proceed? So when you have done all of this, in writing your recommendation of the business case, you have to write whether this particular project is required. Then that means it is required to fulfill and address a business problem or objective. You have to look at it whether it is desired. Is it desired to fulfill a business problem or opportunity? The next one, the last thing, is optional. If it is optional, if we do it, we are okay. If we don't do it, we are okay. It helps to become, so the differentiator now becomes, what are the alternative courses of action? We look at the alternative courses of action and determine which direction we want to go. So when a business case is presented, the options available are as follows. One, do nothing. We look at the business case, it does not provide us with any confidence to do anything. So we're not doing anything. The project does not even get off the ground. The whole thing dies there. The second thing we are looking at is we are going to do the minimum work possible just to address the problem and the opportunity. We're not going to stress ourselves. We'll just do the minimum that is required. Then also the other thing we can look at is we need to do more than the minimum that is required. You need to do more than the minimum possible work that is required so as to address the problem. This option meets the minimum criteria and something must be done based on what is documented. Then in the business case, the next thing you need to do, you need to make a recommendation. You need to make a recommendation to the management so that the go, no go decision can be taken. So you have a statement recommending the options to pursue based on your professional advice. You also have to also analyze what are the results for that potential option. You have to look at what are the constraints, what are the assumptions, what are the risks, what are the dependencies, what are the potential options, and what are the success measures. Then you also must recommend an implementation approach. If you're going to embark on this project, how do we implement it? What are the necessary milestones? What are the dependencies? And what are the roles and responsibilities of everybody that is involved? The last thing we want to look at briefly on the business case is evaluation. You need to state describing how the plan is going to be measured, looking at the benefits concerning the organization. That must be clearly stated so that it is the basis for which the project is going to, the viability or not of the project is going to be evaluated. Hello, my name is Sunday Yahaya and I'm a PMI certified project management professional. Welcome to this channel where we discuss all things project management. Feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel, view the video, drop your comments in the comment section, and we'll address those comments in upcoming videos. And very soon we'll be conducting our free online training on project management. You'll have the opportunity to ask the questions that you want to about project management, whether you're a beginner or you want to write the exam or you're an expert. We are here for you. Thank you very much.